Let's get going. Great. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, BB Gun? Let's go! True.
You can use your power to grab the attacks of that flying monster and counter
The core of the head is his weakness.
Yo, what up, Chris?
I must attack.
Do 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 do. Life's pretty good. What's up, Dorito? What, bruh? Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed your personal DM from me. You're welcome. What's up, Marco? I'm doing well. Had your Discord notifications off. What are you doing? Hello, you're too slow. Who pinged me? Me when I don't know I can suppress that everyone pings. What's up, Max? What's up, Doc? How y'all doing today? Wow, that's terrible. I ran out of my normal coffee, so I am using one of Haley's K-Cups, and I decided to take the cookies and cream. And whew, it does not taste good. I've played the co-op of Portal 2, but I've never played the single-player campaigns myself. I've seen them in action plenty of times, though. They look cool. Something I'll experience for myself at some point, I'm sure. Maybe during a not Sonic-a-thon, perhaps? No.
It looks like this lotus will help me jump based on how long I charge my psychokinesis.
When you become a fossil, you like the bite.
But I can block them with my psychokinesis.
Yeah, I really like Aldi has just like this big tub of ground coffee you can get for like 11 bucks. And I think it tastes really good.
If I can hit that ball,
It's weird because I don't think coffee like tastes good, but I like it. I don't know.
it seems on
See, it's like a Sonic game.
I've got to hurry.
A Portal? Yeah, they look really fun.
You wait, Iblis Trigger.
Speak your truth, King. Just pop a couple coffee beans, get some quick caffeine.
This ball counts down each time you touch it. Be careful, carry.
Alright, can I solve these balls?
You wait.
My trouble with these balls proves my straightness. Because I'm not very good at handling them.
Just you wait, Iblis Trigger. I can use my psychokinesis to grab that robot's bomb and throw them back.
Yo, the 40 streak, let's go.
Down each time you touch it. Be careful, carry.
There it is. You just gotta not move. And then they fit in like a glove, while assuming you don't get owned by the code. You got dislikes again? Nice. Well, there's always just an extension to have dislikes back.
Leave this up to me.
Amy,
Except for shorts. Only the beginning? Alright.
Here. That robot's probably a lookout. If it sees you, things could get messy.
Did the Discord notification go off? It did. People don't believe it. How's the unretirement grind going? Oh, it's just going swell.
I'll destroy all of you.
Basically, right now, until the big project comes out, we're doing P-06 speedruns, and then if there's a Goku chatter available for a race of a Sonic game, I'll probably do it. Yeah. I really like Premium because I get YouTube Music with it, which I use during the gym, and I watch YouTube on a lot of devices that you can't get, like, ad blockers and stuff on, like my iPhone or my PlayStation 4, so... If you only use it for, like, desktop viewing, though, there's no reason not to. Or at the very least, easily get away to remove the ads.
So I guess the lock will open if I put this ball in that hole over there.
Let's hurry.
All right.
Dude, I was just trying to help him out. Disable shorts and ads by default? Why would you disable shorts? Well, I'm not making any right now, so it's fine. I'll forgive you. Yeah. Shorts are bad for the mental? Nah, short form content is great. What did I click on yesterday? Well, Mr. Beast. Like, someone sent me a DM saying that Mr. Beast wanted my help to spread the good news, so I had to click on it. He's my close personal friend, so I just wanted to help him out.
Security's tight. You don't want to be discovered. Be careful.
One too many. Yep. Mega titty flurry just was not it. Let's be honest though. Okay, a couple things that happened because of it. I'm honestly happy it happened because one, it further justified the principle of not using the same password for multiple websites. Two, of all the things that could happen, the worst thing happening is like a bot uses my account to DM people as PNGs. Like, of all the things that could happen, like my personal information could have gotten stolen, my YouTube accounts could have gotten deleted, like, there's a whole lot of worse shit that could have happened. That was relatively tame because it's just, you know, a password change and that's it.
I guess I've got to break down the door.
Yeah. I also got to talk to a lot of people that I haven't talked to in a while, so that was fun. And it's cool, a lot of people were worried about me. I felt wanted. No, I didn't click a Mr. Beast link. I did not click a link in Discord. It came from something else. I don't know what it could have been. It really was. Well, see, the thing is I was on the treadmill with Haley at the gym, and I see a text from Gordon Ramsay, and it's like, Gordon and I don't text each other on the phone. What's going on? And he sent me, like, I can't believe Mr. Beast got you. And I was like, what? And then I checked my Discord, and I was like, oh. Also a good thing, I got removed from a bunch of servers. I don't remember half the servers I was in, so it was a great way to trim out all the non-important stuff. Yes, I did see that, Game Ninja. I'm sure the hackers were looking at it. No, I haven't clicked on any links on Discord unless they're from you or Beats. And Beats sent me a zip bomb, so... Yeah. Calling it hacked isn't... I mean, I don't really think it was like... I guess it's hacked. Hacked makes it sound like way... more of a problem than it was. It was just that someone got access to my account, so I just changed the password. Yeah. Well, hack, I feel like when you say hacked, like it implies like your shit is compromised and you're screwed forever. At least that's how I always take hacked. How does that happen? So what most likely happened is I clicked on some link at some point in the last 3 years that gave a person access to my Discord token, which if you have that, you can bypass all the two-factor authentication and password and email and shit. And just log into the account. So that's probably what happened. An interesting thing, though, is that yesterday, I can't remember who was here in chat, but yesterday there was a first-time chatter that asked me about, like, what's a good email for me. And I have yet to receive, like, any email in relation to any Sonic projects, so I wonder if those were connected. But, like I said, changed the password to Discord, I changed the password to my email. There was two-factor authentication on both, so not a big deal. What's up, Ray? What's up, Neon? I guess how would they fix it? Just by not having it? But like I said, of all the bad things that could have happened, just having my account send a PNG to everyone I know is, like, level 1 out of 10 severity. Like, that's a pretty easy fix. Yeah, Metal Madness fucking rules. It's a great mod. Yeah, and I had access to my account still and stuff, so I could sign everything out. Like, it could have been a lot worse, but yeah, I unplugged my, I unplugged my Ethernet and I ran a full virus scan. I went through the task manager, went through my installed apps. Everything seems okay. But I'm not, like, rejoining any servers, for a little bit. Well, I did want you to be part of my project. Did you check my scam coin? Yeah, I did the log out of everywhere thing. And I checked, right before I went live, I checked, like, my logged in devices on Discord, and it's just my computer and my phone. Gordon helped me out with that because, obviously, I didn't know what to do. Big project's going well. We're now in the very fine-tuning phase of things, which means lots of tough conversations for very minimal changes, but hopefully minimal changes that have a good impact, and the conversations are good to have, even if they're uncomfortable. I don't think so either, but I'm not, like, clamoring to rejoin servers or anything, so it's not a huge deal. The owners of all the important servers that I was a part of messaged me, and, like, it's all sorted, so I can rejoin whenever I want. A malware byte scan? What is a malware byte scan? I would imagine scans for malware, but, like, is that an app I have to download, or is that something I do in Windows Security? Yeah, I'm actually on the dev team for Windows. Oh, true. Yeah. Well, if they were able, because the thing is I checked, and this isn't 100% reliable, but I checked the, well, I think it's called, like, Did You Get Pwned? Or whatever, the website that sees if your password was in any security breaches, and I tested the old password and it said it was not in any breaches, so that has to be how it happened, is I just, like, clicked a dumb link and then... At some point in life, I clicked a dumb link. Could have been yesterday, could have been... whenever. Gave me a wake-up call. I was getting too comfortable. Is Malwarebytes like super trusted? Is that why? That's awesome that that got auto-modded.
You're not gonna get in my way, Iblis. I'm coming, Iblis.
Use it for your business. Gotcha. I guess it wouldn't hurt. There's a free version. Just run an extra scan. I swear to God, if it gives me malware. Nice.
I could have sworn I already did my 31st month anniversary message, but here we are. Hey again, Mr. Mo. I haven't slept yet and it's currently 10 and I'm certain I'm living in an altered reality. Anyway, have fun with stream, and hello chat as always. Stelmo to Gliznorp, Stelmo to Gliznorp, Stelmo to Gliznorp.
Splurn Key, thank you so much for the tier 2 yet again. Yeah, I guess this is 31, but who knows? I'm sure Twitch is probably tracking it right, but I appreciate it as always, man. Hope you're doing well.
What is that ball of flame? Is that the power of Iblis? I'll have to get closer and use my power directly. Let's go!
The Iblis trigger. A blue hedgehog.
Iblis is a mysterious orb. Fun fact, that object is called the Flame Core. Yo, what's up, Mod? Oh, nothing. Just practicing for some P-06 speedruns. Maybe if there's a Goku chatter available who wants to do a Sonic game race, we can do it. There's nothing wrong with Nord, I don't think. It's just like the popular big brand VPN.
Be careful. They'll charge in suddenly, dodge the attack, and counterattack.
Generally, when you become a knower of a certain speciality, you find that the big brands usually aren't the best. Is there? Because the only time I could think of, like, I am going to go with the on-brand thing, the only time I ever do that is with, like, Doritos.
Hey, are you trying to crash on purpose?
Yeah, that's also why I don't really like doing YouTube sponsors. If HelloFresh reached out to me for a sponsorship, I would take that one, though. But I would make it to where it isn't an integrated ad in a YouTube video because I fucking hate those.
I'll show you my real power.
Like, I would probably work out, like, a lesser deal, you know, just have, like, a box sitting in the background with the
What is he up to this time?
affiliate link. Because I have used HelloFresh and I really like it. They're probably getting fucked right now, though, because of the Parasite thing. It's very true. But the thing is I've tried probably 2 or 3 different off-brand Doritos, and it just doesn't hit.
There should be a switch somewhere.
Yeah, integrated ad means, like, when it's actually physically in the YouTube video. Like, it's a part of the YouTube video. Parasite thing? Yeah, right now in the US, there was a parasite that got past the CDC, which is like the making sure our food doesn't kill us government agency. And there is a parasite in lettuce. It's pretty much... They're having trouble pinpointing it, but it's all fresh produce, really. Has a chance to have this parasite that gives you super diarrhea. So, unironic silver lining is because of all the birthdays in July. I've been eating like shit for the last 2 weeks, which means I haven't touched a vegetable in a while. So I think I got... I skirted by it. I would not recommend, as a person who's had super diarrhea before, I do not recommend it as a weight loss program. You're gonna just gain the weight back. NVIDIA sponsor you? I wouldn't take something from NVIDIA. It would have to be a life-changing amount of money for me to, like, give up my morals, and I don't think I would receive a sponsorship of a life-changing amount of money. I would think it's a scam. Hello, Ghost Towns. So around 100 million. I'm a bit more of a prostitute than that. I don't think I would take it for less than 100 million. Miracle kidney failure if I collect all the kidney stones. Super diarrhea? I don't think it's a form of Shigelia because Shigelia is a virus, but it's something similar to Shigelia. $17 would be a life-changing amount of money. It's 17 more than I have right now. That's untrue. Also, what's up, Jack? How's it going? It's going pretty well. Here's the thing, too, though, when it comes to the hack, is if it's from the source that I think it's from, of all things, why would they choose the Discord? Like, I think that it was, like, I clicked something years ago. You're the real Stelmo or just a bot telling you about the totally real Mr. Beast giveaway? Well, I mean, he was my close and personal friend. I just had to spread the good word. Hello, Works of Magic. I guess I can check my bank account and see if it's fine. Live on stream. I'll show you guys my bank account. I'll give you the funny numbers it puts next to the dollar sign too. Yo, bank flex. But this is why I, especially like when I started like doing live streaming and YouTube and stuff, that I made sure every single thing that I have is a unique password. No, it did not. We're good. I also only pay stuff with credit cards, so it's very easy to... Like, that is the reason I use credit cards over debit cards, is not for, like, the points or anything. It's so that it's really easy to take care of fraud cases. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think that's, like, what not a lot of people talk about, because people are like, credit cards are bad, and yada, yada, yada. And they are. They can lead to really terrible habits, and if you are bad with money, I don't think you should have a credit card. But a legitimate good factor of them is, like, fraud cases. A lot easier to get the money back if it's not technically spent yet. Interesting. Now, if you treat your credit card like a debit card, then you won't have credit card debt.
You're in my way.
The United States has ran for a very long time on people being stupid with their money.
Get out of my way.
Yeah, I get to tout at 27 that I have an 800 credit score, no big deal. I got lucky that my parents set me up with one as early as possible. That's also very good. We are creatures of environment. Because, like, if you've ever noticed, because I've certainly noticed that, like, you tend to want to do different things depending on where you are. Like, if I'm at a bar, I'm gonna want to get, you know, a drink. So, like, if you never go to a bar, one of the simplest things you can do to change your behavior is just change your environment.
Those things will crawl up on the walls as soon as they jump someplace. Better watch it.
Yeah, the Twitch money comes on the 11th or 12th of the month usually, and the YouTube money comes on the 21st or 22nd. So on the 22nd, I pay all my bills and stuff.
Moving.
Which is gonna be tomorrow. It's also nice paying it like out of cycle like that, because then it's not like, oh, it's the first of the month, time to pay everything.
Can I get out? So much debris.
Well, if your living expenses are about half your paycheck, I'd say it's probably time for some personal finance. Because I highly doubt that's just your fixed expenses, and if it is, well, there are also ways to increase your earning potential too. Shadow's in on the game logic. I used to contribute to a Roth IRA, but I know that my earning potential for earning potential for becoming successful here would greatly outweigh anything that a Roth IRA could make. So I withdrew my contributions to continue doing this. Because you can withdraw your contributions tax-free. You gotta be careful with the fine print, though. And it's gonna kind of suck because obviously, you know, every YouTube video about compound interest is like, well, if you put in $100 at 25 over 30, you're gonna end your life with an extra million-something dollars. But also at that point, here's my deal. Here's my counter, and this is just stupid Sonic Man saying shit. Am I really gonna care if I have $35 million or $37 million? You know? Like, is that really gonna matter at that point? You can withdraw your contributions, because your contributions are tax-free money. You cannot withdraw your earnings. Well, you can, you're just subject to a heavy penalty. But here's the thing, always read the fine print of the institution of the IRA because I got kind of fucked on my taxes because of it. Because I can't remember what it was for, but for some investment thing I had, it was you would be fine withdrawing your earnings 5 years after you open the account, but it was 5 years after opening the account from the next January 1st. So like I opened my account in October of 2021, but because I withdrew before January of 2026, so I withdrew like November of 2025. So my account was 5 years old, but it only counted after January 1st of 2021. Riveting talk for a Sonic stream? Oh, sorry. Sonic Frontiers sucks. CD is bad. I love Generations. 3 and K is great. Is that what you want to talk about? What interests you, Krim? Let's lead us to the next discussion point. My top 5 Sonic games are...
Rouge, you saved me.
Well, that's where you're twisted, Krim, is that this isn't a Sonic stream, this is a Stelmo stream. Very cool game.
Is that the doctor's
Great success.
I've got to stop the doctor's train.
Great success from video game. Get down. It's true, I'm actually money laundering through Twitch. Yeah, I don't know. I think the like the more I talk about the not Sonic-a-thon, the more I enjoy the idea. Like I said, we would do it as a proper subathon where there'd be like a timer and subs would increase the time and stuff. But we could do tons of stuff. Like I literally have a Steam library full of games that we could just cruise through. Be a good way to get through the backlog as well. What's up, Lima? You formulate your financial advice in a tier list. Can you tell me how to budget in Sonic terms? What's up, Philip? Do you want to race again today, Philip? And if so, what game you want to do? They have a short term and long term? I'm fairly certain that is correct, Grim. Because I remember looking it up at one point in my life. Do I think Heroes is better than CD? There we go. There's the topics Grim was looking for. I don't care. To be honest with you. I would not recommend playing either game in full. Alright, this is Shadow.
This is useless against me.
Sonic Spinball? Disgusting. I did see that Batman Arkham series for $6, but if I own it, I'd want to own it on PC. Because I think my PS4 is going to be shitting out fairly soon. Because I bought it secondhand from one of my college roommates many years ago. So I don't really want to buy any more games for it. That's unfortunate too, because $6 is fucking insane for those 3 games. I would be very interested in playing, at the very least, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Because I know that Arkham City kind of set the groundwork for, like, Spider-Man, and I'm sure, like, other beat-em-ups of the same caliber, open-world beat-em-ups. I don't really know what I'd call that game. No! Yeah, for the not Sonic-a-thon, I would definitely work through the backlog, but we would 100% have a Goku chat Mario 3D World. I feel like that has to happen. I'd also probably want to play a Pokemon game. I just don't know which one I'd play. The best one? See, I don't know if I'd want to have my first Pokemon game be Black and White 2, though. Like, for the channel. Like, I'd probably do... Like, I'd probably do just Red and Blue. Or probably Yellow, because Yellow was my first video game ever. Pokken Tournament. Yo, what's up, Gale? What's up, Dasami? Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed my close personal friend, Mr. Beast. He gave me a free link. My favorite game of all time, I don't have a favorite game of all time. I have a lot of favorite games of all time. FTL Faster Than Light, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, StarCraft 2, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Super Metroid. Honestly, Paper Mario 64 and Thousand Year Door, also in that list. Fuck, what else do I usually say? Resident Evil 4, I don't know. Probably, maybe Mario Galaxy? I'm not sure. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Pokemon Black and White 2. Maybe Sonic Generations also breaks that list? I'm not entirely certain. Spore. I have a special place in my heart for Spore. Also Stronghold. I love RTSs too. You'd have to check, I don't know. Speaking of Symphony of the Night, I'm really looking forward to that PS1 recomp. Yeah, I did that during the 24/7 streams. I played Galaxy and Galaxy 2. I think I want to do the 24/7 streams again as well, except the actual time would be 9. Oh, I love Stronghold. That shit is so broken, but I loved playing the campaign, and I loved playing with my brother. This gameplay scares you? Why's that? Stronghold 2, I never did the military campaign for, but I did do... Because, to be honest with you, like, because I played super young, as my brother played those games. And...
No matter what he does.
I always did, like, the economic campaign because I was too scared of the military campaign. I do really want to try, like, Stronghold, the remaster. Maybe that could be in the Not Sonic-a-thon, too. It might just be you and me at that stream, though, Krim, but it would still be fun.
Let's go.
Celeste would also be one I want to give a try. Crash Bandicoot. But I'd want to go through the... Probably once the, if the Paper Mario recomp gets 60 FPS, that would also probably be on the next Sonic-a-thon. I would start with games that I already own, because, you know, I already own them, might as well play them. Probably do StarCraft 2 as well. I haven't watched the cutscenes for StarCraft 2 in a very long time. Big stretch. Oh, cool. I did not know that damage didn't knock you out of that. Star Fox 64, which one? The original 3D, 0, Switch 2? Star Fox 64 would be a game I want to play. I think that's on Nintendo Switch Online, so I could play that one. I've only ever played Star Fox 0. And I remember having a good time with Zero.
Stop it. Let's move on.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's Starship. I think we could sneak a Zelda game in there too. Ideally, I'd love to play Link Between Worlds, but 3DS capture kind of sucks. But I've actually never played Link to the Past, the first one. Oh wow, they just had the full game on there?
It looks like you need to
P-06 is just a game I have a special
throw you high in the air.
relationship with. I mean, I've seen 64 in action, and I don't know if I would say Zero's the best game in the series, but it was certainly a lot of fun.
Seems there's a bomb inside.
Like, I definitely think it goes a little too hard on the gimmicks, from what I remember, and this was like years ago when it first came out, was when I played it on Wii U. Play that Frontiers ripoff? Oh, Breath of the Wild. I only have Breath of the Wild on Wii U, though, so... Maybe playing Tears of the Kingdom on stream would actually force me to play Tears of the Kingdom.
It looks like you can break this glass.
I would also definitely play, like, Mega Man X again. Oh, what's up, Echo? See, the thing is for the not Sonic-a-thon, I would probably play the games in their vanilla renditions if possible.
You're last. All right.
No, I know. And the reason for that is mainly I wouldn't want to have, like, you know, because, you know, we talk about, like, Nintendo being assholes all the time when it comes to stuff, is, like, I wouldn't want, like, a random one-off stream of me playing, like, a modded Breath of the Wild to be the reason, like, I get a copyright strike, you know? Oh, is there really?
I've got to hurry and save Elise.
You're chilling? Good to hear. If I played Breath of the Wild, I would play it just on Wii U. I could play Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Does that have online multiplayer? Does that have online multiplayer? Don't the physics mess up in 60 FPS?
Able to reach the other side. The Vulcan cannon shots don't hurt individually, but they'll
Oh yeah, that was a classic. Ever since I did the de-bloating thing, though, they actually got better than they used to be, which is nice. All right, we're optimizing the practice here.
Elise, hold on tight.
Gotcha. I was recommended it was a GitHub. I think it's literally just called Windows 11 debloat. Like, it's not anything fancy.
To get through here.
Linux. Hey, getting the Steam machine would force me to learn Linux. Unless I commit the cardinal sin of uninstalling SteamOS and putting Windows on it. No, I would give it a shot.
And release it right at the jump ramp.
If you go back and look at one of my earliest shorts, I talk about in Frontiers that I liked Kronos and I liked Ares, but the game nosedives after that. The game nosedives at Ares. There already is a mod you can play that adds the cutscenes in between the stages. I'm pretty sure anyway.
Now that's a big snowball.
Can we not talk about Frontiers? You're not prepared to talk about it today.
Okay, let's head straight to Eggman's base.
And that's where the conversation goes, that's where it goes. Do you not want to see me punching your baby anymore?
I gotta be careful when I break it. If I can move without being caught by the searchlights, I'll be able to get to Eggman faster.
There should be a switch somewhere.
Yeah, and he very clearly has the most rush cutscenes. Like, Amy and Knuckles actually have a good amount of choreography in their cutscenes, and Tails just spins like a fucking rotisserie chicken. Yeah, it is.
Those are guided missiles. What's more,
It was a step in the right direction. Was it, though? Because they kind of backpedaled for Shadow Gens, and that game's much better.
we're close to Eggman's place.
Yeah, I think the top comment on, like, the Frontier Sonic-a-thon video is, like... It was, like, when he's angry, but he's low-key right, or something like that.
Watch out! It's gonna blow up!
Yeah. Well, before I mattered in any sense on the internet, I was saying after Frontiers, I was like, please make a smaller, more focused game. Please. And then they did, and it was good. Like, when a Sonic game has a small, very targeted focus, that's when it fucking slaps. Like, I've been playing through Rush Adventure on the DS again, like original hardware shit, and God, that game is fun.
I've got to be careful if it goes underground, because it'll burst forth to try and surprise me. I've got to be careful.
They'll learn they need more gimmicky powers. Whisper back in Frontiers 2. You heard it here first. Metacontextual feature of Sega.
Blast through here.
Well, I say it exactly, like, I still have the same feelings that I said in the tier list video, that I think it literally did the exact same thing that Colors did. Like, it's just doing the Colors thing again, where people weren't liking the direction Sonic was going toward with the previous game, so they leaned back into elements that people enjoyed. Even if the game wasn't good, it's propped up by just that fact alone, that the story was more serious and
It looks like I can jump from there.
doing open world. Oh yeah, I never didn't like Forces because it was a short game. I didn't like Forces because it's a bad game. I'm gonna do Kingdom Valley and then we're gonna get started. No aquatic base practice, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I never have trouble with aquatic base.
Let's
And we gotta open your heart playing, so I mean, we gotta practice until this song's done, right? No, I don't give a fuck if people like Frontiers. Like, I actually do not care. And if it's like the argument of Sega and Sonic Team will listen, and like, that's bad because they'll listen to the people who like Frontiers and makes more stuff like Frontiers, it's like, homie, you don't know Sonic Team. They're just gonna make anything. They switch that shit up faster than a pro basketball player dribbles, man. It's crazy. That's what I was saying yesterday. Like, Sonic games very rarely ever make it to a trilogy. In the mail, Amazon. Mr. Beast personally messaged me and told me that it's coming.
Let's try going up.
There's the classic trilogy, and then there's Advance. And that's it. There are, like, unofficial trilogies, like Unleash Colors Gens you could convince, or Adventure 206. I hope you enjoy that movie. Oh yeah, I'm not fighting for a second Lost World, let me tell you.
Those enemies seem to be protecting that door for some reason. Looks like I've got to defeat them first. Let's try going up.
Yeah. Gameplay-wise, yeah. I still definitely lean that Colors DS tries to emulate Colors Wii in 2D more than it tries to emulate the Rush games. It's just, they had the Rush framework, so that's what they used for it. Like Gen's 3DS, I'm fairly certain that modern Sonic in Gen's 3DS is just like Rush physics. You know, we're not calling it the Rush quadrilogy or anything. He even has like the when you get max boost, you get it infinitely for a short time mechanic.
Sonic, leave this up to me. You go after Elise. Silver.
The Sonic Boom trilogy, true. I would legitimately say that if you include Colors DS, I think Gen's 3DS absolutely has an argument for also being included. Like, the gameplay is very similar with modern. You're just missing tricks in the spin dash, I think. Because there aren't, I don't think there are tricks in Colors DS. Like, not, I think you can do, like, the Advanced 2 tricks, but not the, like, just normal air tricks, which I love, by the way. Playing Rush Adventure again made me re-love the trick system. Sounds be damned. Oh, there's no side tricks at all either? Yeah. I think there'd be more an argument for Colors DS if, like, it still contained, like, those mechanics, like tricks and tricks, I guess. Like the button combo tricks and the tricks. Off of springs and stuff. If Blaze was playable, man. I think I remember that. I think that's in Johnny's review that he talks about how it's weird that Blaze isn't playable in Colors DS, and I was like, why would Blaze be playable in Colors DS? Gameplay-wise, I wouldn't say, like, certainly is, but I would say, like, yeah. But how I view it is that on the spectrum of does it emulate Rush or does it emulate the Wii game, I'd say it more emulates the Wii game. It just uses the Rush framework because that's what they had. Colors DS was fun. I do not like Asteroid Coaster 2. Also, the timer's not working. That's fucking sick. How do I fix this? I think I just restart and it's good. What? Oh, I gotta restart the game. It's definitely not the best, Jack. But it's also, being a person that has access to playing, like, Rush Adventure on original hardware and has also emulated Rush Adventure, it's not, like, two completely different worlds. It's definitely worse. Like, because that's what sucks about the DS, is that it has a lot of fun games, but if both screens are used heavily, it just looks like shit. Like the Rush games. Yeah, it was sick. Yeah, that's just gonna be too slow anyway. Of course, you know, in practice, I did this just fine.
I've got to hurry and save Elise.
Yeah, sick. I disagree with they need to be played on real hardware, but they are much better on actual hardware. Not even much better, they are just better. Yeah, but I disagree with that sentiment because then Rush Rerun is put under the prejudice that it's meant to be the Rush games on PC, when I don't think that's what it's meant to be. That was the very first rant video that I made, is that I think it's like being given the lens that it's like, oh, this is literally just them porting the Rush games to PC, which it's not. It's a reimagination of Rush. Which, if that's what they want it to be, that's fine, and you could say maybe a better name, but it's what they choose. They're all on different platforms? You mean the DS? And I guess 3DS? In my opinion, with Gen's 3DS and Lost World 3DS, never playing them, you are not missing anything. I do not think they are must-plays. I have not played Lost World 3DS, but from what I've seen of the game, it's not incredible. I actually think, and it's like it's one of those like really small things that make a huge difference, is calling it Rerun. I think does that. Like, I think it should have a different subtitle. Like, Project Reignition would be very strange if the level design was completely changed. Advanced Trilogy is Game Boy Advance.
Elise, hold on tight.
Like, I don't know what they could change the name to. Like, off rip, like Sonic Rush Afterburn, because Blaze, maybe. Or like Sonic Rush Ignited or something. I got nothing. Yeah, M-Speed is pretty tough. There are input displays that show you what, like where the stick strength is. Like the input display that I'm using, there's a modification of it that gives another ring that shows you where the M-Speed input is. But you still gotta do it. Stuff. Sonic Rush Heroes.
I'm so happy.
Like, it could be worse. They could have just called it, like, Sonic Rush PC. And then that's definitely like a... Okay, guys, what are you doing? Anyway, chat, we're in White Acropolis. Get your cat jams, cat jams, cat jam jams, and Stelmo jams out. In addition, exclamation mark, jam and jam in the chat. Good night, bye, par along with us, and let's rave. Maybe Sonic Rush boosted wouldn't be the worst thing. I don't remember if, like, the rerun trailer says... First time Atomic Ray? That is a pet peeve if I ever heard it. But here's my pet peeve. If you go out of the way to correct people because you know what they're talking about, come on. Because that's a massive pet peeve of mine, is when you know what a person is saying, but you go out of your way to correct them anyway. It's like, dog. You know what I meant. Like, the only context in which I think that'd be good to correct someone on is if they, like, called it Sonic Advanced in a YouTube title or something.
If I could move without being caught by the searchlights, I'd be able to get to Eggman Festival.
Just leave it to me.
Because I'm not giving people gaff for calling, calling Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic 06, right? Hello, princess. Mario is also more popular and better, so that's where the confusion comes from too, because functionally, well, they don't serve the same purpose since rings give Sonic protection. All right, see you, Gale.
Just made it.
Good on you for stopping watching the stream to do work. Love when someone does that, but they're just wrong and get clowned on. Wait, does what?
Watch out! It's gonna blow up!
Oh, yeah, confidently incorrect moment. I get you. Let's get the 360! Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. I know, I was using it as an extreme example. Well, then why don't we call it Sonic the Hedgehog 2006?
I've got to be careful if it goes underground, because it'll burst forth to try and surprise me.
That's what I'm saying, is I find corrections like that the same level of pettiness. I don't think Sonic Next Gen is a good official title. There's a reason it was the working title. The good official title would have been Sonic Adventure 3, but they didn't do that. Actually, it's Knights of Kronos.
This lamppost. Maybe I can swing off it.
Oh!
I can jump from there.
Oh my god. Fat fingered the bounce. You'll be waiting for a while because that's a death sentence if they do that. Well, it was I said a thing.
That tornado's carrying a car.
And then you corrected the thing incorrectly, and then I corrected you, so 2, I think? If we get 6, we get to Kevin Bacon. Yeah. I don't think calling it Marathon Recompiled is really that big of a deal. You just call it the 06 Recomp in your YouTube titles, or in your chat messages, like... I don't think anybody who likes Sonic 06 is, has issues with calling something by a different name. By its unofficial name, so...
That was incredible.
In a weird technical way, it's actually hypocritical, but... It doesn't matter.
Lava shoots up from that fiery ground.
Not as good as it could have been. That's something you could say about every video game on the planet. Oh, I would play Retail 06 for 24 hours. For $10,000? You know, that actually could become a reality one day. Hello, Pizzler. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your free Beast Bucks. Use them at your local Beast Burger. Wahoo! Sonic 06 is SA3 whether you like it or not. Like, the original game is just SA3. It's just bad. I'm glad that these levels now have better interpretations with the projects. And some of the cool ideas could be fully fleshed out. Because let's not pretend like P-06 is Sonic 06. The character control and physics and moves are completely different functionally than they are in the original game. The closest you can get to parody is using the straight jump dash. That's like the only thing that functions pretty much identical to the original game. Everything else behaves differently. It's just that P-06 and 06 look quite similar. Though I will say, after the graphics update of last release, they won't. You're in opposition territory. Oh no! Wahoo! You just wanted to ask? I'm just glad there's another good piece of media to play, because like I talked about, I think in a short a while ago, and just like in general, like sometimes games, like not everything I play needs to be the absolute definitive experience. Like I can still have an S-tier experience playing a B-tier game. Like, sometimes you're just kind of in the mood for something different, and even though maybe Sonic Colors isn't as great as Sonic Generations is, maybe just doing an egg shuttle run is just what I'm feeling, you know? And it becomes an S-tier experience because of it. Like, P-06 and Legacy of Solaris do not, like, fix 06. And it's why specifically when I made the physics video, I did not say that 06 got fixed because of it. 06 is getting fixed through revisionist history. The games have no... All that P-06 and Legacy of Solaris do is prove that this game had good ideas, which everyone already knew, so... Well, criticizing a game and having opinions gets money and attention, so that's why it's good to do so.
Elisa's train is... Uh-oh, gotta speed up.
Yo, did you get your check in the mail, Cookie?
Is Elisa on board?
We don't take kindly to plumbers. Hey, plumbers are hard-working men. And women. Probably. I don't know if I've ever seen a female plumber in real life.
Hang on. Just made it.
Well, see, I get that question a lot.
Let's run straight up.
When the real answer is it doesn't matter. This media is free. And you can, like, as long as you have a computer to play it on and a monitor to look at it, you can play P-06. So, there's literally no harm, no foul.
It looks like you can grab that bag.
The reputation on 06 has changed because it's an old game.
We're getting out of the cave.
And it's not so unbearably awful to play, unlike something like Big Rigs or Superman 64, that there are people that found the fun in it, and those are the people that talk about it now. No, yeah, I appreciate that, Cookie. I'm very, very grateful that so many people were worried. I got a lot of text messages yesterday. I got more text messages in that one sitting that I've maybe gotten from anyone other than Haley or my mom in the last, like, 3 years. '06 has enough charm and endearment to find fun in.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, 06 is no... 06 is one of the worst games of all time because of its legacy. Because there's definitely plenty of worse games now that gaming is a lot more wide... Like, getting into game development is a lot easier than it used to be. Well, it's also not what we're seeing. Because if I'm seeing a Sonic video on YouTube, it's probably like an algorithmized video of another person who likes these games and not just some random person. Oh, cool. Wait, we're celebrating anniversaries of anniversaries now? I don't really delve into overrated or underrated because I don't think that those adjectives really say much of anything about a piece of media. Because I don't think the popularity of said media affects its actual quality. Or is reflective of its quality.
Now I'll have to use my power. Hey, not bad.
Oh, is that the one that they poke fun at in Mania? Do you mean like the Summer of Sonic thing? And you know what? That's fine. I like that it exists in that form. Because it reminds people to take the piss out of things, and you can still find fun in stuff that other people don't find fun in. And that it's all okay. There's no right... I don't remember... I think I heard it from a Castlevania Symphony of the Night Runner Dragon Blitz, is there's no correct way to enjoy entertainment. Castle Skip Pog. True. Oh, was it summer school, Cookie? Damn. Could you really not spend 5 minutes to go to the bathroom? Also obligatory this. Which some people misinterpret. How do I nail that blue gem jump? Because I've been speedrunning the game for 4 years. And I still fuck it up sometimes. How times have changed. Sonic is still a laughingstock. Oh, electrical class, gotcha. I don't know about too insecure, because, like, especially with Sonic, most people who are engaging with it on the internet are high schoolers, because they're also, that age demographic are the people that have the most time for superfluous things, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I absolutely cared back in high school about, like, stuff that doesn't matter like this, but it's when real life hits you and priorities shift, you realize, oh, I don't actually give a fuck, and I just want to enjoy what I enjoy, and then you go from there. And that's the thing, is, like, one of the bad things of the internet, because I talked about this a long time ago, that back in the day, like, memes were really funny because they would start, like, at the college level and then eventually trickle down to, like, the young people, and that's when it would not be cool anymore, is when the little kids were making the same memes. But now everybody experiences everything all at once. So, like, probably a lot of people that leave the hate messages because I dislike a Sonic game are probably, like, 12 to 18. Or have the maturity level of that. And, like, there's just the contrast there, is I'm a person with completely different priorities, and what I think about a video game is not life or death. But because there's nothing else to worry about, you know, when you're 12 to 18, and if you live in it, at the very least, like, even a lower middle class family, like, you're probably well taken care of. You don't have to think about where your next meal's coming from. You don't have to think about, like, how, you know, your relationships with people or things like that. So, you gotta worry about something. Because at least I think humans love problems. They love challenge. They love things. And as the world gets easier, and as technology makes our lives easier, we have to worry about more and more superfluous things, because it's just in our DNA to care about problems and make problems out of something. Oh, really? I don't think I've watched that video. I watched a couple Dr. K videos, and I really like his interpretation of what motivation is. Yeah, I don't think you're worried about what some bearded white guy says on the internet about whether or not they like a Sonic game, when you're worried about, where's my next paycheck coming from?
How about a little help?
Bring it on! I'll take them all down! Dang, where's the switch to turn off the laser?
Knuckles, thanks. All right, let's roll.
Nice. Yo, Nog! Thank you for the 23. Appreciate you. See, I can't speak on it because I obviously haven't looked for a job in a really long time, but I think there's something to be said about, and I'm not saying it's hard, again, because I don't know, but I think there's an option that a lot of people nowadays don't take that I think that businesses would be really interested in, and I think it would be if you are looking for a job and there is a now hiring sign on the window, go in with your resume and be like, hey, I'd really like a job here. Can I talk to somebody about it? I think that would increase your chances because now on the internet, Indeed ads are AI or scams. You know, everyone's using ChatGPT to build their resumes and stuff. And I think that, like, it's awkward, it's weird, and it's difficult. I'm not saying it's easy because it's kind of a similar thing. This is gonna be a tangent. But when I did my Eagle Scout project back when I was in 8th grade, I had to have people supply food and, like, as a donation. So I literally walked in to, like, it was cringe as fuck. I had to walk into restaurants in my scout uniform, and my parents did not help me. They said, you're gonna talk to the manager. So I had to walk up to the cashier. I'd say, hey, can I speak to the manager about something? And then talk to the manager and ask them, like, hey, I'm doing this thing. Would you be willing to donate stuff? And, like, I think doing that is an avenue that not a lot of people are taking, which, if it's something not a lot of people are doing, I think the likelihood of getting a job is better. Again, just a theory. I don't know. But hey, if you're in one of those positions and you're like the I've tried everything and nothing's working with giving a job, maybe just try printing out a couple resumes, going in, seeing if you can talk to the manager. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. It's a tool too strong to ignore. And I think that there are places for it, and I think that there aren't places for it. The only thing is that it can be used everywhere, so it's going to be used everywhere. Sonic enjoyers feel they have to be representative for Sonic's image so the series gains respect.
That's my chance. It'll be off balance, so I can knock it down.
What doesn't, like, click with me is, like, defending these games like they're a family member. It's like, you know, dude, it's not going anywhere. The games are still selling. They're gonna keep making more. The fan community makes a shit ton of games, a lot of which are higher quality than whatever Sonic team poops out. So, like, you're not gonna have any shortage of content. But, like, obviously, yeah, the want for being outsized because of what you like is just a thing that's constant in life, in our current life. So.
Dr. Eggman is no match for me.
We don't need to stay long. Let's go. Don't break the searchlights. I won't be able to get outside.
There are 5 searchlights.
Those searchlights say something. I'll have to use missiles.
Like, that's just what happens when you like media that's pretty much perceived to be like a C-tier series. Like, it's fine, and it definitely has more bad spots than it has good spots, even if it's personally like a B-tier series or an A-tier series. Like, for me, it's somewhere between a B and an A, especially after the Sonic-a-thon.
Guess that was all right.
Because there's also something different in playing the games as they release and then marathoning the games, and there's a good stretch where it's just like all garbage.
What a faraway place to set the extraction point.
This is Kingdom Valley. Long ago, there was a royal castle here. I wonder why Soliana moved the castle away from here.
The jet glider doesn't have much armor. I need to be careful about running into.
Well, that's the fun part, is you can listen to people's opinions, and then you just decide whether or not that matters to you.
It looks like we need to find 3 keys to move on. Leave it to me.
Well, that's why we want to share things in the first place, right, Lima? And I'm not saying, like, it's not a pancakes and waffle situation. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I am saying that it's still okay to find enjoyment even if others do not.
Okay, let's get going.
You can use this vehicle to get across the lake.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's a struggle. Changes do I want implemented in the last release? Well, since, like, I talked to Chaos directly about it, a lot of the things that I said have either been, like, given reasoning for not being added or are going to be added, so. The only thing I really wish for is Omega spin jump functionality of some kind. Like, he doesn't physically have to spin jump, but just, like, being able to do the badnik bounces and stuff. Because every other character can. Silver needs an upgrade, but I'm fine that he can eventually, and that upgrade is 3 stages into his campaign. Yeah, I've had some good ideas, I've had some bad ideas. I think the ones that are making it in are going to improve the flow of the game a lot, but... I played a lot of StarCraft 2 with my brother, and in college there was a group of people in my fraternity who also played StarCraft 2, and that was fun. I mostly just play the campaign, though. I just really like the single player. There's already going to be so much content stuffed in the last release that I don't think I need to worry about it, and I love the character control as it is, so... Yeah, but you know what I kind of think about that when it comes to the rivaling Mario? This is going to be a whack comparison, but hear me out on it, is that I think it's the Hydrox Oreo comparison. For those who don't know, Hydrox was the original, like, sandwich cookie with cream filling in it. And then Oreo, like, basically made a knockoff of Hydrox. But here's the thing, is that Oreo, like, all Hydrox did was try to just shun Oreo in all of its marketing, where what Oreo did is they just tried to market the cookie being a good cookie. And guess who won? Like, I think maybe they're just saying shit online about Mario, but, like, Mario is the Oreo in the situation, whereas, like, in that case, it's like, just make the Sonic game good. I don't give a fuck if it's, like, better than Mario. I think there are some tweaks to the character control, but I don't think it's, like, a whole lot. Like, the spin dash is gonna have a little bit of a delay to it. Shadow's gonna be able to activate Chaos Boost on the move. Hey, that was very timely with the gameplay happening. Oh, I'm sure mods will pick up with Last Story, because I think especially with the more experience Beats has now, he's gonna, like... I don't know if he's completely rewriting the mod loader itself, but I think he is gonna be completely rewriting the stage SDK and the character SDK, so, like, the thing to make stages and characters, so... There's also, like, a non-zero chance that all the mods that exist for P-06 might not work on last release, so... But yeah, I would love more mods for P-06. It's a two-cake situation. You can play Mario Kart World and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. You can play both games. You don't have to just pick one. Unless money allows, then just pick the one you think is better. But that doesn't mean, like, oh, man. Because 9 times out of 10, the Mario game is going to be the better game. if there is something similar. It's when Sonic really sticks out with its own identity and gives you a unique platforming experience. But I definitely do not envy Sonic Team. Making level design for Sonic games is really fucking hard.
Yes.
Because I don't really know if there can be a perfect level for Sonic, because it depends on how the physics work. And different things about levels work better or worse depending on the physics.
Guess that was all right.
For some original levels in P-06, like for modding, I'm sure someone will come out there and make an original level.
I can't fall off here. You can't stop me.
Well, it's not even that, because especially recently, like I flashed the How Sonic Games Eventually Become Good video, and it's sort of like the customer is always right quote, is that there's two halves to that, is that because whenever I play a Sonic game and I don't enjoy it, people are like, well, I thought Sonic games eventually became good. Is they're missing the other half of, is the Sonic game worth getting good at? And if I'm not enjoying myself, I think the game fails. Because that's how I look at Sonic games, is this game worth getting good at? And the answer is usually no, because Sonic games are strong when they have easy character control and easy levels. Because the difficulty comes in mastering both. So that's why I'm kind of against the whole hard level sentiment. Like, easy but not brain dead is like the sweet spot for Sonic levels. And that's why, like, Sonic Rush pissed me off so much, because in 2D Sonic, you cannot see what's ahead of you. So that's why the top, middle, and bottom route are really important, because there are some times where you literally can't react to something because you cannot see what is coming. And when every single... not every single, but when majority of the punishment for not being able to see what's ahead of you is a pit, that is incredibly frustrating. Like, I don't like bottomless pits at all. Like, I'd rather a level doesn't have a bottomless pit, but in 2D. In 3D, that's kind of impossible.
Perfect. Is that the doctor's train? I've got to stop the doctor's train.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is the skill ceiling is that the interaction with what the character does with the terrain. It's why I talk about in P-06 that Sonic and Shadow are more interesting to run than Silver, because Silver's movement is the exact same every single time. Like, unless you do the exact same spin dash into the exact same jump with Sonic and Shadow, you are going to get a slightly different result every single time, and I think part of that is what makes it interesting. Like right here, sometimes I get a badnik bounce and I have to do 3 spears. Or like, I'm in a slightly different location, so I have to change a little bit what I'm doing. Whereas with Silver, if I press the teleport dash button, I know where I'm going every single time. Not saying that Silver's not fun, it's just when you're replaying these levels hundreds, probably thousands of times in my case at this point, you just notice that stuff. Expectation setting can be a part of it as well. Yeah. Is not your average platformer? Sonic games can be just as easy to get into as Mario games, though, because they're not nearly as punishing, like with the ring system, because Mario he can only take 2 hits. Sonic can take an infinite amount of hits as long as he has a ring. Like, Sonic 2 is just as easy to get into as, like, fucking Mario World. Especially because the game's challenge only really ramps up at, like, Mystic Cave. I'd say Hilltop is also kind of difficult and has some leaps of faith. Well, that's why I talk about that I think Boost is Sonic's best gameplay style, because in earlier games, not so much the adventure games because the spin dash is just so powerful, but in the very early Sonic games, there were 2 dynamics. You had to figure out how to not only gain the speed, but also how to maintain the speed. With the boost button, you only have one thing. How do I maintain this speed? So it makes it easier to get into, and it fulfills the speed fantasy of, I hear this dude is fast, so... That section does suck, and what I love about that section is that, 1, it's relatively short. It can be long if you keep failing the jumps, but because it's really slow, it really pushes you to see, is there a way that I can skip it? And turns out there are a multitude of ways to skip the Rising Water section. And that's what I find so cool about that, is that they allow you to do that. Like, in a more current game, they would force you to go through the set piece, but those games don't force you to go through the set pieces. There are very seemingly intentional ways to skip them. Most games past Sonic 1 don't require you to earn the speed, and that's what I talk about in this video, is that every game since Sonic 1 has made it easier to gain the speed. But I would absolutely argue that while it's easier to gain the speed with the spin dash, like, you still have to gain it. Like, the spin dash doesn't give you max speed. Like, doing a loop jump or something like that is going to give you way quicker speed than the spin dash ever would. And you also have to think about that you can only do the spin dash while standing still. So you do have to physically stop and do it, which I think gives Knuckles a little leg up because the spin dash synergizes super well with how his glide works in Sonic 3. Not so much the later games he's featured in because they gave a delay to his thing, but... I would be shocked if the next mainline game isn't an iteration on Frontiers and Shadow Gens, what worked in both games. Because in terms of, like, character control, Shadow and Shadow Gen's control's great, other than, I think, like, the air boost. Like, without spear gliding. Yo, the 3 streak. Let's go, Douglet. That is the more likely scenario, unfortunately, I think.
You'll find Omega soon. Hang in there.
Well, like I talk about in my Kingdom Valley Section 1 video with Ajax, is that I think the idea of open world Sonic is so alluring because of the freedom that an open world would allow you to do. Like, you can go anywhere at any time with a character who's really fast, and I think that's really fun. But I think A to B levels work better because if you have freedom in A to B levels, it's more fun because you still have a goal to go toward. Like, there is still something to work toward other than aimlessly wandering around. Which is why I prefer open levels to open world. Like something like Seaside Hill Generations versus Chronos Island. Because like I've talked about, like, I find some fun in Frontiers, like running around the islands for 5 minutes. It isn't that replayable, yeah. Like, once you collect the stuff, like, I guess you can do the challenges again, but most of the challenges in Frontiers are just going through automation, so you're not really doing anything differently. Unless you're, like, taking advantage of the terrain to skip the challenge altogether and just get to the end.
I'll take him down, no matter what he does.
Yo, what's up, Pizza? Not much, man. Just doing some P-06 speedruns and yapping about Sonic, as per usual.
Methless, just you wait.
But that's what I'm thinking. If we get rid of the collectathon element and we get rid of the mini-games in an open world, what do we do with Sonic in an open world? Like, I feel that the route is make pseudo levels, which at that point, just make levels, you know?
I have to be careful not to get caught up in this sandwich.
Like, say that all the collectathon and, like, minigame elements were removed from Frontiers, and instead it was 7 more robust challenges to get to each of the Chaos Emeralds. At that point, just make levels. Give better missions to do things? Like what? A fetch quest? Fuck.
System error. Switch detected nearby.
It could, and like I wouldn't mind a hub world working like that, where it's like a skate park and stuff. I don't know, I just think A to B progressive levels is where the series really, like, hits the stride.
Omega's done it. Let's move on. Okay, let's charge ahead.
But that's what I think about that real, like, what I think about that real deal is, like, that's just making A to B stuff.
Perfect.
Like that, like everything you just described is something that's already captured in like a Generations level. They're big, so you can investigate areas, you defeat enemies, save citizens is analogous to collecting red rings.
Lotus will throw you high in the air.
And the red rings give you an extrinsic incentive to explore the level and find things that you may not know were there if they weren't there. I never did the action chain challenges, so I can't speak on them. Nor I think I ever. Yeah, and Unleash's hub worlds were fine because they weren't trying to be like Sonic levels. Like, I'm not talking about the action hub where you have all of the movement. Like, they were very much intended to be more slow-paced and more interacting with the citizens and stuff. Which I do think the hub worlds worked really well for that game. Especially because most of them were small and condensed, too. So, like, it was maybe at most 20 seconds to run to the action hub. And you didn't have to interact with anything if you didn't want to.
Great. Let's go.
That's sort of one of those things I talked about, or I talk about now, like when I watched the Resident Evil 4 video, is that the game is also great whether you play it slow or whether you play it fast. And like Unleashed Hub Worlds, I think, is a great example of that, is that you can skip all the shit if you want.
The core of the head is his weak point. That's when I must attack.
Maybe, I guess. Like, maybe it could be fun. Because, like, when I hear that, I just think, like, well, so just like Witcher 3 or Skyrim with a speed up button, you know?
Leave this to me.
I think where Sonic can provide a uniqueness to the open world movement is making the traversal between points of interest fun. I don't think it would be just I don't think it would be as fun as just making a level-to-level Sonic game.
I'll go on ahead.
But I would suppose there's merit in that.
This whole area is destroyed.
Maybe one day.
Let's do this quickly. Please, watch out for things flying out of the tornado. Great.
Good.
I know nothing about the comics, so...
That was easy.
Yeah, I know. That's the unfortunate thing with Sonic, is that a Sonic game, I think, definitely does better when it's a shorter game. But since most people are only playing through games once, they gotta bloat the runtime. Which is why Ares Island has a fucking insane memory token requirement. And again, if we're gonna circle back in this whole tangent to what I was talking about, is like a lot of people who are playing these games are people who have access to not as many resources and have a lot more time. So every dollar to them is worth a lot more than maybe a dollar is to a person with a job. And they have tons of time to fill because they don't have jobs or bills or relationships or things to worry about. So they want their games to be maximum hours per dollar. And the concept of like replaying a game a bunch, I don't think is a... Because it's sort of replaying a game a bunch is sort of an older mentality because of arcades and early games being really short. Is that you replayed them to get the most out of them. Whereas like now games are made to be like, this is one giant experience you play through a single time. So I have a hard time replaying Zelda games. Also because majority of the time in Zelda games, like, I think this is also like a fairly strong like gaming opinion. It's not like anything serious, but if you are going to have backtracking in your video game, please for the love of God give me a speed up feature of like any kind. Double run speed, Pegasus boost, like something. Because that makes the area that I go through again more interesting because I've already gone through it before. Well, I think you can get more mileage out of your game is instead of having fast travel, if you just make the movement become more and more interesting as you go through the game. Because that's why I love games like Super Metroid and Symphony of the Night so much, is because the movement gets progressively more interesting as you explore the castle and as you go back and backtrack through places. I mentioned this, I think, yesterday, too, is like I was replaying Symphony of the Night because I'm kind of into it again, and I really thought about that, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just like what I talk about with Sonic. Is that because you unlock more movement options and things you weren't able to do before, it makes going through previous areas a lot more interesting. And it's a thing where I think Thousand Year Door fails, like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door fails, because all you get is Yoshi. And you have to do so much backtracking, but you get Yoshi like a third of the way into the game. And it's like, that's it. That's the fastest that you move. Which baffles the fuck out of me because there is a badge in the game called Slow Go, which permanently reduces your move speed. Don't know why the badge exists, but it annoys me that there's not a speed up badge. And it's also annoying that I've ranted before in Thousand Year Door that like all of the partners have fun personalities and unique dialogue, but because you want to move faster, you always have Yoshi out. So like you always, and thankfully the Yoshi is a great partner. And he's awesome, but like, you're mostly just seeing his dialogue all the time just because you want to move faster through areas you've already explored before.
You need to defeat all the enemies.
Yeah, that would be interesting, like taking that element from Sonic CD, where you start in a world that Eggman's taken over, and like, if you restore certain areas, the terrain changes.
Those enemies are involved with that door somehow. In any case, let's try defeating them first.
Oh my god.
Did they think they'd stop me with this?
Options are fun, but I also think that there's a limit when it comes to customization, that it completely loses the focus of the game.
Eggman's base.
Which, again, the physics sliders are an example of something I think that's over the line for customizations. It's a good question, Shindash. It's probably I just clicked a link sometime in the last 3 years. Could have been yesterday, could have been 3 years ago. But hey, man, excited for Project N. Looking forward to it. Thankfully, though, at this point, passwords changed and everything's all good, so...
That was easy.
I don't really know what the worst unlockable is in a Sonic game. Like, I guess, in a way, it could be one of the gems in 06. Like the white gem in 06, probably.
There's no other way ahead. I guess I've got to break down the door.
Well, no, that's what's weird is that the open world physics are completely customizable, and then you enter a cyberspace stage and you're locked to very bad physics. Well, the runs will certainly be longer. And probably when last release comes out, if there's a functional, like, marathon mode, where you go through the game SA2 style, Like, any percent is probably going to change from New Game Plus to from New Game. And then there will be a separate New Game Plus category. I do have my account back. Yeah, luckily they didn't like log me out of anything, so I just logged out of all devices and changed my password to both the Discord and the email the Discord is linked to.
A laboratory like this under Soliana?
I appreciate the concern though. Honestly, of all things that could have happened, that is extremely tame. I got very lucky. That, like, the worst thing a hacker did was send DMs to everyone.
Shadow, I'll be looking out for your truth.
Unlocking Super and Colors was a lot cooler back when Colors was new because it was the first game that's not Sonic 4 to have done that since 3 and K. But yeah, it's more fun to play Colors just as base Sonic, since you can't use Wisp. Oh, I did not get the cores, alright. I don't think they had the time to fully, like, finish the physics, so that was their compromise. Like, I think it was an 06 situation there. And that's why the sliders existed. So that it wasn't an 06 situation of, you can't do anything. It's like they just gave some values and called it a day. Because the physics sliders, other than jump deceleration, the physics sliders do not change much about how Sonic controls. Like, it's not like he all of a sudden gets more slope jump height, or like, you can make his jump weightier, or something like that. It's just like, turn radius, top speed. It also makes it more difficult to design around, which is why they lock the physics in cyberspace. Is this 3D in my 3D Sonic game? Get the hell out of here. Yeah, kind of like what Legacy of Solaris does with Iblis 3. I think the bosses are going to be mostly faithful. They're just going to be sped up. Like, you won't just have to wait forever for Iblis 2 to attack you. Or Iblis 1. Basically, the Iblis fights. Iblis 2 is, in essence, a really boring level. Because it's, like, functionally the same as Perfect Chaos. You get to a point where you can hit the boss in the head, and then you get thrown back to the beginning.
Let's clean up this trash.
The boss functions identically between Sonic and Shadow. Like, it's not like Shadow's is any harder or anything, he's just the same. Might be easier with Shadow, just for the case of... What is this?
Darn it! I should have realized Eggman's scheme.
Oh, are we not friends on Discord, Shindash? You're Shindash 45, right? If you're still here. Oh, yeah, I'm fucked. Or maybe we were and you unfriended me. No.
Darn it! I should have realized Eggman's scheme.
This is a terrible run, by the way. If anyone's been paying attention to the to the run, it's so bad. No, I'm sure I got unfriended. The silver lining is that I was in a bunch of Discord servers that I've been meaning to leave, but I just got kicked out of them, so it's perfect. I didn't have to. The work is already done for me.
Good job. I'll go on ahead.
It hasn't been as rough as some other All Stories runs, but I've definitely died a couple times. Next run will be better, surely. Yeah, my Discord account got hacked yesterday. Just spent a bunch of scam coin messages. Thankfully, nothing too insane. How did I get hacked? I probably clicked some malicious link at some point in my life. I've had my Discord account for 10 years, so it could have been yesterday, could have been 10 years ago, I don't know. I really like the Switch Pro controller and the Xbox Series X controller.
It's probably because of
Xbox Series X is what I use for this.
care of this.
Well, the server was never in any danger, I don't think. But yeah, my account should be fine now. Change the password, resets the token that they probably stole, so... I'm still giving it a week before I rejoin stuff, just in case, but... yeah. Could have been way worse. Yeah. It's just a risk. No. It's still in good standing. Maybe it's limited now, I'm not sure, but maybe it was clipped quickly enough, I have no idea. Because I was sitting there on the treadmill, like, fixing shit. So. Gave me a nice wake-up call. Yeah, no. Because from what I understand, and what I've been told, like, by my friends, is that changing your password to your Discord account is essentially the same thing as making a new Discord account. Because there's, like, an invisible token that I guess is just an identifier and gives you access to your Discord account without the need of, like, two-factor authentication or a password or a username or anything. And when you make a new account, you get a new token, and when you reset your password on a current account, you get a new token. So there's no difference in doing both. Doing either, rather. Yeah. In terms of security, resetting your password is just as secure as making a new account.
What is that ball of flame? Is that the power of Iblis? I'll have to get closer and use my power directly. Let's go!
Nice job.
Now all I
Dab.
have to do is take him down. Great!
Good.
Bum, 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 bum. Silverwood dab, it's true. It's what the weed head is for.
Perfect!
Doom, 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 doom. Same as the other bosses? Oh, you mean like the character fight? I don't know.
A blue hedgehog. Can it be true? I need to find silver fast.
Yeah. It's a good wake-up call.
Whoa!
I would imagine it's gonna, like, functionally work the same. Because I don't think, like, because the big thing with 06's bosses is that they're just boring. They're either boring or they're frustrating. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Chaos removes the ability for Silver to grab you. Or makes it, like... Like, I think instead of Silver grabbing you, what I would do is that instead of him being able to grab you, I would make it a shield. Like, he just has a shield instead, and then his shield goes down during the openings.
Are you trying to crash on purpose?
That kind of removes the, if you're smart about it, you can hit him extra times. But it's functionally the same without the headache of him throwing you around and stuff. Because in 06, you can only hit him when he's either in the air or when he's holding something. So, like, just have the shield be down whenever those things are happening.
That was so-so.
Could spin around him to make him dizzy? I did not know that. All right, I'm going to do... I think I'll do just a Sonic any percent. And then that'll be our stream for today. I was thinking of 100%, but just shotgunning 100% after not playing the game for this long might not be the wisest decision.
Let's get going.
Hitting his shield makes him throw you? Actually, that's fine, because the timer doesn't actually start until I hit that. So the real time is wrong, but that's not a big deal. Hitting his shield makes him throw you. Well, no, because then that's just the same as the regular boss fight. An extra run this stream? I usually do a couple. Yeah, that message is just not important enough. I like South City pizza. Like, just move on. But the whole point is to have him not grab you, because that's the thing that sucks about the silver fight, is just his ability to grab you. That's why I suggested the shield. I always do more than one run in a stream. Unless it's like an insane run. Like, I think what you could do is hitting the shield breaks the shield, and then if you try to hit him another time, maybe he'll throw you. But
Thank you, Tails. You saved me.
Sonic, Eggman's battleship went that way.
Darn, we're not gonna make it. Let's speed up.
I think the grab, like, just the idea of the grabbing and throwing is very punishing for the second boss fight in the game. Like, I wouldn't mind if Silver can grab and throw you in Shadow's fight against him, but... It's wickedly punishing for the second fight in the game. Like, in a similar amount of game time, if you're somewhat proficient at 06, you're fighting him around the same time you're fighting, like, Tails versus Eggman 1 in SA2. Yeah, this game's kind of fast. Blaze doesn't need any new abilities. She's fine as is. And if she does have a new ability, as long as it's mapped well, I mean, whatever. Yo, East Coast Booty Killer, what's up? Oh, we're killing now instead of killer.
Hold on tight.
True. Ask and you shall receive. There he is, the guy. Like I said, you know, I've talked to Chaos, and you can post this one on Reddit, because I know some people take what I say and post on Reddit for information on P-06. Is that the fights, at least at the time I talked to him about this, the fights are going to be mostly faithful to their original incarnation. They're just going to have reduced wait time and hopefully be more fun with the P-06 character control.
I'm so happy.
Like, the Mephiles fight is probably just going to be a lot more fun just because Shadow works better, but I imagine it's going to be the same deal of get to Chaos boost. Anyway, chat, we're in White Acropolis. Get your cat gems, cat gems, stone gems out. Addition, exclamation mark, jam, and then check and that power along with us, and let's rave. Visually, they're probably going to look stellar. But yeah, I don't think that any of the fights are mechanically going to be different from their 06 counterparts. You're still going to do mostly the same thing. Even though I'd love for Solaris Phase 1 to become like a perfect Chaos style level, and then Phase 2 be the super fight. But that would be quite the overhaul. Because I think that's something that Lokester did. An old modder for 06 and P06. I tried it out one time a very, very long time ago, and it was cool. Because mechanically, the Solaris fight isn't very fun. You hit him as Silver, then as Shadow, then as Sonic, and then in Phase 2, you hit him with Shadow because he's the most efficient. And the speedrun, I think you hit him with Sonic because he does the most damage, like, DPS. But, like, casually, you just hit him with Shadow. What's up, Starbo? Thank you guys for the jams.
Leave it to me. I think you can stop the searchlights if you hit them with bombs.
No, I don't think the idea of this is how it was in retail is a solid ground to work on, because retail is not the the gold standard of good video games. I think there's a line where you can respect how it functioned in retail, but also improve it. But what I'm saying is that, obviously, Chaos likes the original Sonic 06, so I think it's just going to be a more polished version of what already exists to fit within that vision of reimagining the game. Like, we're not talking, like, Resident Evil 4 versus Resident Evil 4 Remake. We're talking, like, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door GameCube to Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remake type of reimagining. Ah, well, people like the Titan fights, and Solaris shares a lot with those, so... I'm sure it'll be fine, even if it's mechanically not that interesting. Chaos has a style of animating and creation and timing, pacing, music, all that. Let's get the 360! That resonates really well with Sonic fans, so I think there won't be any issue with that. Oh, I see. Are you talking about the Knuckles section of Aquatic Base? Yeah. I'd like to see the combat, just for him to do something other than glide to a point. What's up, David?
Okay, let's blast through here.
Yo, 1 frame spin dash. That means this is the run, obviously. Definitely not gonna fumble the end game. Never do that. Yep. I play P-06 a little bit.
This lamppost. Maybe I can swing off it. It looks like I can jump from there.
I dabble. Well, that's why I talk about with the hub worlds. Like, if I wanted the hub worlds to be in this game, I'd want them to be P-06ified, which means they have actual interesting things that you can do in them, and that is a colossal amount of work to do. Because I would want, like, new missions that actually take advantage of the terrain. I'd want, like, new landmarks. NPCs actually worth a damn. With, like, dialogue that's actually interesting or helpful to your given situation, and that sounds like more work than making the rest of P-06 combined for just Castletown. Plus, then you have to make sure all the event triggers are correct and, like, the different states that the hub worlds need to be in at different points in the story. Whereas, like, stage to stage just works so much better.
That was incredible.
Basically photo mode. Because photo mode, since I commissioned it, I designed it exactly how I wanted it to be, and it makes making thumbnails really easy for P-06.
Lava shoots up from that fiery ground. Be careful not to fall off here. Whoa, are you all coming out to say hi?
Making the hub worlds fit with the rest of the standard of P-06 would be absolutely insane. And I just do not think it's necessary.
This bridge is gonna collapse any minute. Whoa, that's not a nice welcome.
The original 06 Mach Speed section for Crisis City is trash. I actually talked about that with Gordon yesterday. It's really funny how Sonic 06 has physics for everything except the characters. Like Crisis City Mach Speed, you got the boxes and the shrapnel going every which way, pipes flying everywhere, cars going all over the place. Yet for some reason, Sonic can't maintain his speed from the ground into the air. Like, damn, they really missed on that.
The flame died. How'd it last?
The only person that would overwork Chaos X is Chaos X. He has no obligation to anyone, or no time limit, no nothing.
I'll take care of it.
So that's, like, purely on him. If he thinks he's being overworked, then he can just work less.
Thank you, Knuckles.
I like to refer to it as, like, Sonic physics and not just momentum, because preservation of momentum would be very interesting, because if I just wanted the jump to preserve momentum, that means you would just infinitely climb.
Too easy. No sweat.
Because all momentum is mass times velocity. But I get what people mean when they say momentum. They mean the physics, so.
Shouldn't you save the train before chasing after me?
He could drop P-06 indefinitely and move on with his life, and the silver release could be the last release, and guess what? That's fine. There is not a single person in existence that is entitled to P-06. Not even Chaos. It's a personal passion project.
There's gotta be a switch somewhere.
I don't think people who use the word momentum when describing Sonic physics are stupid. It's just the word that was chosen.
Is Elise on board?
Yeah, it's cool. You don't have to be polite with your suggestions, you just gotta be ready to accept what happens. Because you gotta think about when you're giving a game dev suggestions, you are altering, you're not only, like, obviously the intention of the suggestion is to make the game better, but you're also tampering with their vision of the game. Because it's not rare, but uncommon that something in a game is made unintentionally. Like, when Chaos and I went really back and forth on Chaos Boost, like Shadow being able to activate Chaos Boost on the move. Like, he very deliberately designed it the way it is in the Silver release because that's the way he wanted it. And me suggesting something different. Like, of course there's gonna be pushback on it.
We're getting out of the game.
The thing is feedback can also not be unequivocally beneficial. Like, sometimes the feedback can just not work.
Let's rip.
The princess stages are the extreme of cool levels that are ruined by the character's movement, even in P-06. Because Dusty Desert, and especially Tropical Jungle Section 2 here, are like super open with tons of multiple routes, but you're just not as fun character. Well, I think because there's a thing of like, hey man, I'm just giving feedback. It's like you're not just giving feedback, you're critiquing how the game works currently, which is like, in essence, my vision of how it works. Because, like, there's different levels. There's some things, like, when you give... I have a lot to speak on this, personally. Is that when... Like, feedback is feedback. It's neither good nor bad. It's just something for the person making the game to consider that... Because it's not just like, oh, I'll change that and it'll automatically be better. It's... Should I change it? And if I change it, does it actually make it better? Because there's some feedback you can give that, like, doesn't affect the thing at all. Like, if you gave feedback in P-06 of, like, hey, I think these buttons should have individual mappings. Like... Because here's an interesting thing. I think that it would be near unequivocally beneficial if the jump and the homing attack had separate binds. And I'm not talking like Sonic Unleashed, where like you also have the air boost on the jump dash button. Like, I'm talking both of them have separate binds, because you will never accidentally fat finger the button and do a jump dash if it's on a different input. However, I don't think that fits within the vision of a Sonic game, that it makes the most sense for the homing attack to be on the same button as jump, because it's like your air action that you do. And that's what I mean. Because, like, I don't hate the idea in Sonic Unleashed of the homing attack and the jump being on separate buttons. What's bad about it is that the jump dash then gets overridden by the air boost when the jump dash also still has utility even with an air boost. Also castle skip pug. Because there's also a thing that the mod Shadow Reloaded for Shadow 05 does, where if you hold the L button, you force a jump dash. You do not homing attack. And I think for some, that is unequivocally a good change, because you literally get more options because you get to choose whether or not you jump dash or whether you lock onto a target. But I think for a vision of a Sonic game, it's more interesting when a homing attack is forced if you're close enough to a target, because it makes you think about your positioning more. It's those kinds of things. I like Sonic's Flame Core the best. And that's the thing, is that, you know what other feedback is also important? It's fun. Because I think there's a thing when it comes to playtesting that it's like, in order to feel useful, you have to give, like, not negative feedback, but, like, you have to suggest changes. Like, there's just that need to suggest changes because it feels like you're not useful if you're not suggesting changes. Which I think is something that happens whether you're consciously doing it or unconsciously thinking about that. But, like, sometimes the feedback of just, it's fun, is great. As well.
The battleship will take off any minute. Tails, Knuckles, let's
And that's what I'm saying, Jelly, is that I think I like it because I have to think about my positioning a lot more. It adds a different element. In fact, there's an argument, I know Chaos has talked about this before. This was a long time ago, but he doesn't like the homing attack reticle. Like, he prefers playing the games with the homing attack reticle off if you can turn it off. But it's like, isn't the homing attack reticle an unequivocal good change because it gives you more information? It's interesting to think about.
Sonic, there must be a switch for the door. Leave it up to me.
Yeah, the reticle's on by default. No, Chaos likes the homing attack. I mean the homing attack reticle. Like the little icon that appears that says you can homing attack on a thing. What's up, Ethan?
Thank you, Tails. You were a big help. Dang it. The door opens, it activates the robots. Tails, Knuckles, be careful.
Ugh. Yeah, it's big.
Passing area 2. Intruder passing area 2. Look! There's the magnet switch. Push it and the path should open.
Uh-oh. How about a little help?
Yo, what's up, Cube?
Bring it on! I'll take them all down! Dang, where's the switch to turn off the laser?
It's right there, Knuckles. What are you, blind?
All right, let's roll.
Having fun with the randomizer? Nice. Glad you're having a good time. I assume the P-06 randomizer? It beats cooked with that. Knuckles is Lima confirmed? Wait, what? I missed this lore drop. Am I gonna do Mod Mondays? Maybe. I'm excited to start doing YouTube content again, but I gotta make sure this big project is as good as it can be because... Hey, 253, nice. You have one chance, you know?
That was incredible.
You only have the first impression one time. I don't know. I think it would certainly be confusing because there's no in-game explanation of its mechanics.
Elise is on that battleship?
You can have the hint rings on. I don't remember if hint rings are on or off by default. But even then, gamers nowadays do not even run into the hint rings if they're there. I know because I've seen people play P-06 for the first time and they completely ignore them. So... Unironically, a benefit of the hub world too is that you get the chance to experiment with all your abilities before you go into the first proper level. I think I'll do another run. We got some extra time, so it didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. Why not? I'm ending life in Minecraft. I think the secret project's pretty exciting. I'm very happy with how it's turned out so far, but there's still a lot of work to do on it for it to be done in time for the deadline. That's why I'm putting my all into it and foregoing some juicy YouTube cash. But don't worry, once it's out, there's gonna be plenty.
Shoot, I had to let Sonic know right away.
2308, nice. That's more a time I should be getting. Still a little slow, but I'm not gonna beat myself too much. Yeah, thanks for checking in, Pariah. How you doing, man? I saw you're a big fan of Star Fox Zero. But yeah, everything's good. Thankfully, at least as of right now, the only thing that was compromised was my Discord account, and it just sent a bunch of DMs. So I just changed my password, and everything should be good now. I'm still waiting to, like, rejoin servers and stuff, though, just to make sure. Yeah, thank you, man. I know that, that you've had experience with that as well. Thankfully, I got really lucky that that's all that happened, you know, because could have been my YouTube accounts, could have been my personal information, but very tame in the grand scheme of things.
Let's get going.
It's not even soon, it's just close.
I've got to hurry and save Elise.
Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate it. There were a lot of people that were concerned, and that meant a lot. I appreciate the concern. How do you enable the unused lines in the game? What do you mean?
Let's get going.
Like unused voice lines? You just have dialogue turn on?
I've got to hurry and save Elise.
It's the only Star Fox I've played, and from what I remember, I had a lot of fun with it. I got a little bit annoyed with, like, the mechanics, like, especially the helicopter. But that was also, like, over 10 years ago, I think. So. Or maybe, I think. It had to have come out before the Switch, so yeah, it was probably 10 years ago. I'd be willing to give it another go. Your stream became successful due to quality content. It isn't just luck. Oh, I'm a very lucky guy. Success is skill plus luck. And both of those variables can change. I did hear about the leaks. We'll see. I don't have a Switch 2, and I imagine both things are gonna be Switch 2 exclusive, so I'll have to do the whole Squidward, SpongeBob, and Patrick meme. But I look forward to seeing. I'll definitely watch your videos on it too.
Tails, you saved me.
Yeah, I think when it comes to buying a new console, it's going to be the Steam machine, because I'm really interested in how it can perform, like, for streaming. Because it would be cool just to have a really nice box that I could just take anywhere and stream from anywhere. Because now that Haley has a really stable job and streaming, luckily for me, has been doing a lot better, like, we want to travel a lot more. So having that as a capability would be great. But who knows? Maybe I'll get as many subs. You know, after yesterday, I mean, I think I'm in with Mr. Beast, so maybe I can ask him for a small loan. Yeah. There's an element of skill and an element of luck, and the only way you can see how a person became successful is in the rearview mirror. Because it only looks like a good opportunity in the past. It's always risk in the present. Because you could look back at my shit and be like, wow, this dude got so lucky that P-06 came out at just the right time and he started making content when no one else was. Or you could say the algorithm pushed it to the right people. The only thing I don't really like blaming the algorithm... I have such a tough time blaming the algorithm for stuff because people still have to click on your video. You know, it's just a natural human thing to, like, blame something out of our control to feel better about stuff, but I do think that you're in a lot more control of how well your video does than just the YouTube algorithm. Like, sometimes it can fuck up, but... Met Mr. Beast, good friend of mine. Let me tell you, he's the greatest. Lots of money, I mean, lots of heart. Makes good content, great content, the best even. I definitely want to go to Europe, and I'm absolutely going to do my best. Now that I think the ESA, which is the European Speedrunners Academy, essentially games done quick, but in Europe, since the drama on that has kind of died down, I'm probably, when the money's right, going to submit a run to ESA and use that as an excuse as a Europe trip for a week.
I'm so happy.
Same to you, Pariah. Appreciate it, man. Anyway, chat, we're in White Acropolis. Get your cat gems, cat gems, Stelmo gems out. Addition exclamation mark, jam, and check. You know about Parlay with us, so let's rave! It'll say it runs better with Windows than SteamOS? Interesting. If I were to install any Windows on it, though, it would definitely not be Windows 11.
Yahoo!
How many times have I speedrun P-06? Too many. Gotcha, Ethan. Where in Europe? I think ESA is usually stationed in Sweden, so I'd be in Sweden and then go visit the other countries from there. There's nothing random about it. Song's good. Get your jams out.
Jump! Okay, let's head straight to Eggman's
06's OST is pretty good. Best thing about the game.
It looks like that container will explode. I gotta be careful when
It could be a big combination of all the crap that's just on my computer from over the years because, you know, I
searchlights.
migrate the hard drives between PCs, so the hard drives that I have are hard drives that I've used since 2014, so, and you know, I'm a stupid kid, so I probably got a bunch of like bloatware and garbage on my hard drives. I wonder if there is a dog, there's gotta be a Dog Jam 7 TV emote.
If they lock onto you, you gotta shake them. We're close to Eggman's place.
Sick.
Sweet.
Yeah, it makes me happy, man. Glad I was able to be an influencer for you. P-06 is pretty cool. Good luck with the extended mod. It's a little awkward to set up. Wait, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, this was yesterday. Okay, cool. I saw a new DM appear with the scam, and I was like, oh my god. But it was just a weird thing on Discord side. See you, Jack. Yo, nice. Glad you enjoyed the iceberg. Upgrade my computer anytime soon? No. I don't think my computer really needs an upgrade. I'm just not entirely sure what to do. Like, I know there are programs. Yeah, that's sick, Jelly. I did see your DM on that. Let's get the 360! Whoo! That's cool, man. Glad I was able to influence you. Now you're the GOAT. I highly doubt it. I think Project TGS is where, like, complete where it's at. I don't even think Chaos has the project anymore. Well, I don't think increasing my computer is gonna make, like, the stream any better, and I can still play everything I want to play just fine. If I'm not working, I'm very rarely on my computer for anything. Yo, what's up, Proto? Well, I don't think it's anything special. I mean, you literally proved that you're super good at the game, so... Crisis City or Kingdom Valley, best level, Flame Core.
Okay, let's blast through here.
Yeah. Well, I technically never lost my account. Someone else was just also signed in on it. But yeah, I logged out of all locations and changed the password.
It looks like I can jump from there.
No, it's not a problem at all, man.
That tornado's carrying a car.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, it looks like they may have also hacked my personal Instagram account, so I'm probably going to have to change the email of whatever that's under. So I think I'm going to have to quit the run and take care of that to make sure my personal stuff isn't fucked. Sorry, guys, for the abrupt ending. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm live every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. CST. Turn the clock back 3 hours. That's when I go live in your time zone, no matter where you are in the world. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.